All right. Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. I want to give peace and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, shining their lights and basically taking serious the measure and portion that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has bestowed on them and edifying the elect. All right. Also, peace and blessings to the few sisters who are watching and taking heed to the warning, staying out of their feelings and trying to get themselves together and supporting the truth. All right, so today I basically want to deal with Cain. I've done a video on this topic before, linking him to Esau, but you know, over the past couple of months I've been reading over it and pretty much linking a few things through the spirit, and I wanted to bring it out for you brothers through the spirit. As we know, Cain, all right, was the brother of Abel. He slew Abel, and we always link him to Esau, all right, and that's when you go through the history of Cain, you know, and you understand that, you know, Tubal Cain, you know, he dealt with the weapons. This is the spirit of Esau having that sword, you know, slaying people. You know, Cain, the very name means a weapon, basically, and Esau was blessed with the sword. Okay, and there was also various other things that came with Cain that I wanted to focus on in this lesson, because his curse is what we are living out today. We're living out the curse, and I'll show you how the Lord told Cain that the earth would not yield its strength unto him. Now, before we get started, let's understand that the energy that the Cain through Esau that they come with, as it tells you in Thessalonians, he who's coming is after the working of Satan. Let's get that real quick. All right. 2 Thessalonians 2:9, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And that's talking about Esau, the son of perdition. All right, that wicked that will be revealed in the last times. But that energy that they have, all right, yeah, it comes from Satan, but it has manifested itself on the earth before, all right, Cain and Esau, in the form of the serpent. All right, now, if you understand the story of Adam and Eve, it wasn't fruit that Eve ate, you know. Basically, the ways of righteousness was always given to a particular people. And the Adamites were the ones who had that understanding. And that understanding was passed down, you know, through Abel, all right, who was slayed, and then came Seth, and down on the line Enos, and then the name of the Lord was called on through this particular nation of people, and then they would go on to be the sons of God, and then on down the line they would be given the name Israel through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the ways of righteousness were then written on stone. That is the story of the Holy Scriptures, all right. But when you go back to the garden, all right, Eve, all right, polluted the holy doctrine by taking hold to the ways and philosophies of the serpent. Now, this is Revelations 2:9, and that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. He who's coming is after the working of Satan. This is talking about a particular nation of people on the planet Earth. All right, sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, so this it calls him that old serpent. All right, and the devil, all right, which that goes back to the garden. So the energy that Cain and Esau come with, all right, is of that old serpent. All right, now the serpent wasn't a snake, you know. I just wanted to bring this out, who was put on his belly and slithered through life, man. No, you got to look at things spiritually. That's the thing. Our people are supposed to be a spiritual people, man. All right.
Strong's G 3789, Office.
And this is the word for serpent. It says snake, serpent. With the ancients, the serpent was an emblem of cunning and wisdom. So our forefathers, All right, when you understand how they thought, you know, they call people serpents because, like, year of your father the devil, you know. Now, this was a common thing amongst the Jews. When you read here, it says the serpent who deceived Eve was regarded by the Jews as the devil. Okay, so it wasn't a snake. Even our forefathers understood that it wasn't a snake. When it says this old serpent, all right, it's referring to that the people who hold that energy and will come into that energy. All right, which Cain and Esau. All right, which Yahushua birthed, you know, both of them. If you understand through the Spirit. All right. So I just wanted to bring that out, that this man is coming with the energy of Satan. And when you look at how he's operating on the planet Earth, just like we read about with Cain, all right, Cain, his sacrifice lets you know that he, all right, was in opposition to righteousness. He was in opposition to the righteous ways that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai wants to be done on the planet Earth. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has established one thing against another, and the serpent, Cain, Esau, is that vessel unto dishonor that the Lord created, all right, to pollute and to destroy the earth. And let's see here. So now, getting into the lesson, I just want to show you a few things. All right, this is Genesis 4:1. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. All right, now if you understand this spiritually, all right, Isaac loved Esau more. All right, but she is saying here, all right, I have gotten a man from the Lord. So she was happy. All right, and she knew the name of the Lord, by the way. All right, you look that word up, it's Yahweh. But she was happy about Cain, just like they were happy about Esau. All right, but it flipped, you know, when Jacob came. Just something in the spirit to see. All right. Verse 2 says, and she bare his brother Abel, and she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep. All right, a keeper of the sheep. All right, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Now let's look at this spiritually. All right. First of all right, it says Abel was a keeper of the sheep, meaning Abel understood agriculture. He understood that the things that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua created in the form of these animals, all right, in the form of the earth, all right, it worked one in one. So he directed and devoted his time into the system that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has set in place. And when you look at farming, all right, it goes back to what? The Levant region, which is where we originate, all right, with, starting at the Garden East, all right, in Eden, which was basically the whole world, all right. East in Eden was what you know today as the land of Israel, all right. But around that area is where civilization started, man, all right. So that came from our people, and that is the number one, all right, thing, one of the number one things that drive the economy, that drive the world, farming, and it comes from our influence and our vibration. Now, it says, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep. This can be linked to what? Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents, because if you're keeping the sheep, all right, you can basically, all right, you basically have to be around the house, all right, in the fields, all right, working with these animals and basically understanding the process. Because when you look up how our people were forming, all right, and how they separated and they knew what animal to do this, it's bad, man. It's a very deep study. You know, I got into it at one point, but, you know, we'll get all of that understanding back, you know, when we get the law, statutes, and commandments written in our heart. We'll understand these things, but this lets you know that Abel, all right, was of righteousness. But it says, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. All right, now Cain, all right, instead of allowing the animals to do their job, instead of working with the system that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has already put on earth, Cain was a tiller of the ground. All right, because pigs till the ground. You got animals that till the ground. They eat certain nasty things in the earth. They break it up, you know. So, but Cain, just like today, you can see this energy in Esau that he wants to conquer existence. He wants to conquer the earth. All right. The Lord created bees, all right, and things to help the earth yield power, but Esau wants to create his own version of those things and do away with the natural ways of what Yahweh Shem Yahushai has put. He was a tiller of the ground. He wanted to conquer what was already was, and that's his journey today. All right. But also, a way you can link that is that it said Esau was a man of the field, a cunning hunter. All right. And it's showing you here that Cain was in the field. All right. Another thing you can link in the spirit if you're looking at things. Now, Genesis 25 and 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. All right. The name Cain means weapon. All right. Threshing weapon. All right. And bam, that energy, all right, is back in Esau. All right, from Cain. Because when you deal with Tubal Cain, which we'll get it, you know, Lord willing, he was dealing with the brass and weaponry. All right. So bam, all right. It says a man of the field. All right, he was a man of the field. All right, Cain was tilling the ground. All right. And Jacob was a plain man, all right, dwelling in tents, all right. So that's pretty much it on that. You go back to Genesis 4, all right, and it says, verse 3, and in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord, all right. And Abel, he also brought firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and his offering. All right. Because Abel knew that without that life is in the blood, man. Without blood, there is no remission of sins, basically. All right. This was understood by our people on the right hand side. All right. But Esau, as we see today, is against the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, he is in direct opposition to everything that will help the earth live. If I can just put it in he's against life. All right, he seeks to control in his own destiny. He seeks to control the things that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has set up on the earth, man. Okay? He's against righteousness, man. Okay? Now, it says, and the Lord had respect unto his offering. All right? Now, spiritually, you know, Jacob got the blessing, basically, man. All right? It says, but unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. All right. Now, this can be linked to Genesis 27. All right. This is after Jacob received the blessing. All right. Genesis 27 and 34. And Esau heard the words of his father. He cried with a great exceeding bitter cry and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. All right. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and hath taken away thy blessing. You know, him crying after he did what was wrong. You don't think Esau knew about the ways of righteousness? It was right in his face. All right. It was passed down as a heritage, but he took upon his own ways because his lot is the lot of the wicked. And we see that playing out today. This is why we're in so much hell, because the man who is in direct opposition to Yahweh Shem Yahushai has been allotted power to rule over the planet Earth. And this is not through his own will. This is through his what the Lord gave him, his blessing. All right. Now, so that's that. Go back to Genesis. All right. It says, and In verse 6 it says, and the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thou countenance fallen? All right. If thou doest well, should thou not be accepted? So the ways of righteousness are here, and you know what to do, but you did it the wrong way. But you're complaining about it. Esau all the way, man. Esau all the way, man. You gave away your birthright. Now you complaining. All right. Because, you know, they were probably talking about the birthright, what it came with. You know, Esau was looking at the now. The birthright promised you the land of Canaan this many years down the line. Cain wasn't worried with that. He was worried about what he could get at that point. Esau, I mean. You see? So it says, if thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And this is basically our people too, man. They go in the way of Cain. All right, and that's why it says that, man. They understood. Our forefathers understood what Cain was all about and what he represented, and now we are coming into that understanding here in these last days because we've been given the Comforter, man. And we can link it to this man right here, the devil. It says, and unto thee shall be his desire. Wait. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. All right. Let's see. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass that when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. Now, where could this be linked to? Genesis 27. Let's see. Oh, here it goes. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of the mourning of my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So this goes all the way back to the story of Cain and Abel as well. Okay. Esau is jealous because it was put in you, all right, to be the righteous, all right, but it's not put in him. So he thinks that killing you off, destroying you, polluting you is his way to gaining that love back with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, and getting back that birthright, all right. It's beautiful, man, all right. So he slew him, all right. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I thy brother's keeper? Lying, okay. So it says, and he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground, and now art thou cursed from the earth. So, bam, you see here, now we're going to start getting into the lesson, all right. And I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. I just got a bunch of scriptures and stuff that I just thought up, you know, right in front of this. But I've been thinking about this topic for a while. But it says Cain was cursed from the earth, meaning you know, you ain't got it. All right. Now, a lot of people like to talk about melanin. All right. You know, which melanin is a spiritual thing, man. Our people like to look at everything in the physical, dealing with dark skin. All right. But melanin is also a spiritual thing, man. It deals with how the earth interacts with you, basically, and how you interact with the earth, man. That's why you jump the highest. That's why you taste food the best. That's why you hear music the best and you make the best music. Because the Lord has blessed you with something. But Cain, these so-called white people, don't have that. They're cursed from the earth. The earth is against them. The sun burns them. Okay? You see? They ain't got it. All right? They're deficient, man. They're not blessed with spiritual revelations and righteousness like we are. They can't, everything that they have, their whole blessing is carnal, of this world, man. It doesn't yield life, all right? And it says, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand, all right? the soil. All right. You're cursed from that, man. That's why you're against it to this day. That's why you are destroying the earth, because you're cursed from the earth. You're cursed from righteousness. You ain't got it. And you're sitting here and you think that you're going to kill us off, and you think that you're going to just set up this wicked New World Order, which is basically the serpent's do as thou wilt vibe pushed all over the planet Earth and set up as the way of life. That's what these devils are trying to do, man. But here's my main point, and I'm going to try to get through this as fast as possible. All right. Genesis 4:12, when thou tillest the ground, all right, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. Now, let's look this word up. All right. Kach. All right. Koach. All right. Let's see. All right. It says, this is the word for strength. All right. Because we just read here. All right. That, it said the earth shall not yield its strength unto Cain when he tilleth the ground. Now, he's tilling the ground today. And we can see that the earth under his rule is not giving forth its full strength. What is strength? All right. It says strength, power, might. All right. Human strength, strength of angels, power. All right. Strength of animals. Animals aren't in their proper order under his rule, because he wants to take the animal and make it into what he wants to make it into, put it where he wants to put it, build houses and stuff where they're supposed to dwell. So they're not able to do their job in their full strength. All right. These things that we call our real culture, the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, deal with how to deal with animals. It deals with how to deal with herbs and seeds, not mixing them, but the person who's ruling because of his curse, all right, which we're reading about, he's against that. He wants to conquer the animal. He don't want the animal to do what it's supposed to do. He wants to conquer the roach, the worm, the bug. He wants to put chips in everything instead of letting everything be what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has intended unto it to be. All right. It says strength, produce of wealth of soil. Okay. Man. So there you go. Strength. All right. So when Cain was in his power, all right, when thou tillest the ground, which he has various ways of tilling the ground now through inventions, all right, but he doesn't allow the earth to rest. He doesn't allow the animals. They're taking over the farms. You see, Esau is shutting down private farms so that what he can monetize. He can set up Monsanto. You see, we're living out the curse of Cain. All right. And it's whack. This is why we're catching so much hell, because the man who has control of the earth, doesn't it say in Job 9:24? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? All right. It says, now my days are swifter than a post. They flee away. They see no good. All right. Our days don't see any good under the wicked's rule because of the curse that we're living, which we'll get that in Isaiah 24. Okay. Now let's go to Genesis 1 and 11, dealing with, all right, the creation of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. Now we know that, you know, the Yahushai and the angels, all right, Yahushai being the word, all right, formed the world, man, formed everything you see before you, man. All right. And it says, and God said, let the earth bring forth grass and herb yielding, all right, seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind, whose seed is in itself. All right. So Esau said, I'm going to take over this process, and I am the one who has the seeds. They come to me for the seeds, not the Lord. I control yielding, not the natural process that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has set up on earth. This is the natural way that life is supposed to be. It says, and it was so. All right. And the earth brought forth grass. All right. Now let's look up this word yielding real quick before I go further. It says yielding, right? Now, the word for yielding is zarai. All right. Now, it says to sow, to scatter seed, to sow, producing. All right. Yielding seed. All right. To be sown, to become pregnant, to be made pregnant, which is what? How life comes forth. Okay. The ways that the Lord created the bumblebee, the moth, the hummingbird, these pollinating animals, was that it would take the pollen and spread it on these particular plants to bring forth fruit, to bring forth life, to bring forth a beautiful earth. Pollinating is a very important part of our existence. That process, that very process, is being attacked by Satan, that old serpent, the devil, all right, which is Cain and Esau. So why aren't our people screaming on this man? Where are the videos against this, man? Since you love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua so much, you'd rather talk about the flat earth. You'd rather talk about what's a cult. But where is the truth of the Bible, man? This is the truth of the Bible, all through the Spirit, man. All right. Now, this is how the Lord intended for the earth to be. In Genesis 1:12, and the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding, meaning the natural process that he had, all right, at that time. And it says, and the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, in the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself, and after his kind, and God saw that it was good. The Most High, all right, through the angels, through Yahushua, saw that it was good, all right. And this way is being attacked by the devil, all right. He's wicked, all right. This is Jeremiah 12:4. How long shall the land mourn, and the herb of every tree wither, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein? All right, who's the wicked? The scriptures tell you who the wicked is, man. Okay, let's get Malachi. This is Malachi 1:4, where Edom have said, we are impoverished, all right, but we will return and build the desolate places, all right. This happened back at the time of King David. This happened at the time of the Renaissance. This is a vibe that would follow Edom. Okay, they would be impoverished, but they would build. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever, cursed from the earth. But let's look up this word border. Lord willing, this internet is working. It's not working. All right, but the word for border, all right, is ga bawal, all right, and when you deal with it, which Lord willing wants the internet, because Esau been fucking with the internet, you know, it goes in and out. So while I'm doing these lessons, you know, at any time it can go out. But basically, it's dealing with the territory that he's allotted, the area that Esau abides in. All right, it would be wickedness that follow. He's the border of wickedness. Anything that's given to him, which the earth is given into his hands, all right, he uses it for wickedness, like it says in Psalms 144. Their right hand is a right hand of falsehood, man. So let's go back here. All right, Jeremiah 12:4. How long shall the land mourn, and the herbs of every field wither? Why are they withering? Because the natural process that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has set for the earth, which we know Abel was into, all right, which we should be into, all right, it is being compromised. It is being attacked, all right, by Cain, who was tilling the ground for his own purpose, his own strength. That's why he brought the fruit to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to say, look what I did, you know. But Cain was more like, I'm going to go with the tradition that you passed down. All right. It's beautiful, man. All right. It says the beasts are consumed. All right. And the birds, because they say he shall not see our last end. And this is Esau's mind frame, man. This is Cain all over again. When you look through this Josephus, it tells you that Cain, all right, our forefathers understood, which everything in there isn't to be taken as face value, but Cain, when they did the research, he basically led humanity in a wicked direction, man. All right. So this is talking about their rulership, man. All right. We'll get a few more scriptures. Let's go back to Genesis. All right. It says, Genesis 4. It says, so this is Cain's curse. Genesis 4:12. And when thou tillest the ground, and shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. All right. And you see that the earth isn't given its full strength through Cain, because he is not going to operate within the ways that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai set up in order for it to live. Pregnate itself, you know. Everything that the Lord created it helps the cycle of life. You know, mold was created to help man be brought back to the earth. Worms were created to help man be brought back to the dust. All right, so there's everything that the Lord created, you know, to be used for his good. But Cain isn't into that. He's into conquering it. All right, and it says, a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And and he travels everywhere. All right, he neither keepeth at home, as it says in Habakkuk. All right, a fugitive, a person who is on the run and constantly has in the back of their mind what they did. Okay, it's constantly in the back of these devils' mind what they did. They know what they did. It's constantly in the back of their mind, what if something happens for this? That's why they try to play and do certain things and be nice, and you know. That's why the scriptures say, in the time of thy affliction shall thy enemies try to entreat thee well. Okay? Because it's in the back of their heads, man. A fugitive on the run, someone who didn't pay for what they've done. So naturally, when you're on the run and you're, you know, you're thinking about what you did. This is you so-called white people. You're a fugitive. You're on the run. You haven't paid, all right, for what you did. All right. Let's get Job. Hopefully it's working now. Job 21. All right, Job chapter 21. All right, because a lot of people, you know, wonder why Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has let, you know, this so-called white man do the things that he did. All right. This is let me get this real quick. Hold up. All right. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. All right. And this is dealing with him being a fugitive. All right. It says 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 6, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in its time. All right. So what does withholdeth mean? You know? All right. It says
Strong's G 2722. Katecho.
All right. To hold back, detain, retain from going away, to restrain, to hinder the course of progress. All right. That which hinders. All right. Antichrist. To check ships high headway, to hold fast, to keep secure, to keep firm, possession of. So the Lord has put a spirit, you know, going back to Cain, which we'll read that. Matter of fact, let's keep reading here in Genesis. Let's see. Let's lock it. Genesis 4. All right. Before I go to that route, it says a vagabond, a fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth. All right. And from thy face shall I be hid, meaning the Lord ain't with him. All right. The Lord ain't with you, Edomites. You don't have soul. All right. You lack the things that lead to life, man. And you're mad. All right. The Israelites got it. All right. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. All right. So he knows he need to be judged. He knows it. But the Lord put a mark on him, a seal on him. All right. And we'll get that. This is Genesis 4:15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And you see that in today. If you kill a so-called white person, you pay. Okay. They don't go to jail for things like pedophilia for long amounts of time. They don't go to jail for getting caught trafficking drugs all around the world, putting weapons in the neighborhoods. You see that the Lord has put a seal on this man. All right. So he put that mark on him. That vibe is with him. You can't really judge Esau. That's why the Lord said, he who live by the sword shall die by the sword. You know, the Lord has put a spirit on this man. All right. You can't take him down through the sword, man. So, and it says, and the Lord set a mark upon Cain. All right. Which is what? The mark of leprosy. But also he's marked with that curse. The Lord sealed him with that curse, man. All right. Proverbs 3:33. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just. All right. And that's Esau, man. All right. That's him. All right. It says, and the Lord set a mark on Cain, lest any man finding him should kill him, because his judgment is going to come through the final judgment. All right. The Lord have withhold it upon Cain. All right. And that's why these so-called white people are able to get away with all of the crap that they're doing, man. All right. Let's see here. So Job 21:29. All right. Because this whole chapter is complaining about the wicked. You know, when you read up, it's just dealing with how the wicked, you know, they spend their days in wealth. You know, really, you can read the whole thing, man. You know, their children are in the dance. Look, Job 21:11. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. These so-called white people are happy, man. You know, they got it. You know, look, it says their seed is established in their sight with them and their offspring before their eyes. They have things to pass down their children. We don't. And you're looking like, after all he's done, why is he able to get away with that? Because it goes back to the Cain. Okay. All right. Job 21:29. But read that whole chapter. You know, it says, for the sake of time, I'll hurry up. It says, have ye not asked them that go by the way? Do ye not know their tokens? This is your dregs. This is your this comes with your curse, Esau. You Edomites, you so-called white people. That wickedness, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. All right. And that's what's coming. They're reserved. All right. It says, who shall declare his way to his face, and who shall repay him for what he have done? Yet shall he be brought to the grave and shall remain in the tomb. So their judgment is set for the last judgment. Okay. Now, so the Lord put that spirit on him that he would be withheld for the wickedness that he did, man. Okay? All right, this is Revelations chapter 20:1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And that chain represents captivity. This is an example of something I just want to show you, of the seal. And now it says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Now this is dealing with the Byzantine Empire, you know, the so-called Dark Ages, where our people were ruling, all right, and had so-called white people in captivity. You know, now that they're being called out for their wickedness, a lot of them you starting to see bringing up the Moors, having them in captivity. But this isn't something they teach in their school system, you see. But, you know, basically power was given unto the Israelites to overtake you devils, man. But then, you know, through the things like the bubonic and bubonic plague, you know, we were weakened and overcame. But, and this is all history, but this is a point. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, which is over there in Europe, all right, which that it wasn't no minerals or resources coming out of there. It says, and shut him up and set a seal upon him. But when we came, we made it fruitful, man. All right, and set a seal upon him. All right, so this happened so that the scriptures could be fulfilled. Like he said, I will rebuild. You know, he would be down at some points. All right, now when you look up that word seal, all right,
Strong's G 4972. Sfragidzo. Sfragidzo.
all right, it says to set a seal upon. All right, now this seal was put upon him this time so that he wouldn't uprise until the Lord had him. But now this seal is put on him to be withheld from judgment. And we'll show you that. And set a seal up on to make mark with the seal, to seal for security from Satan. All right, since things sealed up are concealed. All right, it says in order to mark a person or thing. All right, and at that time they were marked as people. They were looked at as the base people of the earth, which they really are, man. But now they have control of the earth. It said to set a mark upon by impress or seal or stamp. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, to prove one's testimony to a person that he is what he professes to be, and he's doing that through Satan. But this is a seal that was put on him. But now that seal is put on him, all right, to be from being judged. All right, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that 1,000 years he must be loosed a little season. So he's living in his little season right now. You jump to verse 7 in that chapter. You go from 3 to 7, then you go back to 4, all right, and then read through 5 and 6. But you jump to 7, and it says, and when 1,000 years were expired, you know, the so-called Renaissance, where Satan, where he said, I will rebuild Esau, all right, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. And he was loosed out of that seal that was put on him. Now the seal is being put on him not to be judged. It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth. All right, so this is an example of him being sealed from judgment. You know, the so-called white man is able to go and do what he's doing to deceive. It said he would go deceive the nations. That's letting you know the Lord would allow him to do it, like it talks about in Thessalonians. All right, only now he, all right, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 6, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Now you have understanding, like it says in Psalm 73. All right, when I came into the sanctuary of the Lord, then stood I therein. Now we understand why they're able to do what they're doing. But it goes all the way back to Cain. All right, so the Lord put that mark on him. It says, and Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt. So he just basically, he went to the land of Nod, east and Eden. So he just basically you know, wandering the earth, man. You know, all the way to here. All right. But going back to the point here, this is vital because, you know, we're living under this curse. You know, the earth being given into the hand of the wicked. Now we, you know, with him being in power, we have to live out his wickedness, man, because he transgresses the laws of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Okay. So it says, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. Okay, so that's very important to our existence today. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 24. All right. Let's see. In 24, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. All right. Everybody's catching hell. The earth is mourning. All right. But why is the earth mourning? Because we're living out Cain's curse, Cain's power, Cain's blessing, if you want to call it that. All right. Because this was his blessing, America, which would be contrary to the Lord, man. The fatness of the earth, you know, the beast system, man, is his blessing. It says, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof. All right. Which is you Edomites, man. You're the current inhabitants of the planet Earth. You control what's going on. All right. Thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. There you go. Changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant, man. This is Cain coming back in his power, man. Watch this. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. So, bam. And under his rule, look, it says, the new wine mourneth, and the vine languisheth, and the merry-hearted do sigh. Everybody's catching hell because of the condition of the earth. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice ended. The joy of the harpers ceases. So everything is defiled. Music is defiled. You know, happiness, it cannot be, because life is not happening on the planet Earth. This is the reason why Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has to come back and save us. But as it said here, the curse has now devoured the whole earth. Back here, you know, it was just that ground that he was tilling. But now the earth isn't giving her full strength, because he got control of it, man. You know? So, you know, basically that's pretty much it, man. You know, it's a lot of other points that could be made, but, you know, hopefully you brothers see that through the spirit, man. That, you know, this is that old serpent, man. The devil, you know, the one, Satan, man. Him who comes with the energy and power. And the Lord has withheld Cain from, you know, his judgment, because his judgment is slated for the end, man. His judgment isn't of now. That's why we aren't to take up arms against this devil. We got to let things play out through the spirit, man. All right. So hopefully you brothers and sisters were edified. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings to the elect. Shalom.